Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the general collective new moon and Taurus reading. This isn't for any specific zodiac sign, so as always, just take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm recording this on the day of the new moon. As the moon is already in Taurus, it's April 27th, and we're just going to jump right in. I'm starting out with the Black Moon astrology cards and see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection that we need as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this new moon. As you all know with new moons, it's when the sun and the moon is in the same sign. So we have sun in Taurus, moon in Taurus right now. Just felt some energy go through my solar plexus chakra. So some of you could be, I know we've been talking a lot lately about, the need to express yourself. However that is, whether it's verbally, through, how they're saying like, how you move. But, there's all different ways, whether it's, the way that you dress, like they're saying colors, the colors that you wear, like whatever you do to express yourself authentically is what I'm feeling. Some of you may, struggle with that, and some of you may not. But let's see what's going on. To start out with this overall energy. I'm gonna do one more. But Taurus is, excuse me, it's second house energy. It deals with, the second house is, the things, people, places, things, whatever they may be that you value or that hold some type of value to you. But Taurus energy, it deals with, it's earth, so it deals with stability, structure, safety, how you feel safe internally and externally. As well, they're saying comfort, because we know Taurus is like the second home for the moon, where Cancer is the natural home. The moon is exalted in Taurus, so it kind of emphasizes that Taurus energy when the moon is there. But let's see. Let's cut these cards. So you may want to take a look at your, your personal natal chart to see where Taurus may be for you, and that may be the energy of where this new moon may be playing out for you. A new moon is a time for, planting seeds, setting your intentions. But bottom of the deck, we have earth, element, stability. Exactly what we've been talking about. Taurus, it's fixed earth, so it can be, looked at as kind of stubborn, on the more negative side, stubborn, unwilling to budge, it's the bull. But it can also be an energy of consistency, of, determination as well. So we have earth at the bottom. Under that, we have Aquarius with I know. Then we have Venus with love. And then we have the air element, communication. Or it says communicating, but it's air. So it deals with that. So what this is making me feel is they're actually giving me the song, I want to say it's by Brownstone. If you love me, say it. If you trust me, prove it. If you want me, show it. Or that song. I can't remember. That's an old song, but that's what is making me feel, because it feels like someone, either you or someone you're energetically connected to, it's almost like either there's a knowing of what they need to do to be sustainable, but it's also like they also need to, like, it's giving me an energy of show and prove, almost, with Venus, which is the ruler of Taurus, and then with the air energy, communicating that, like, if you love something or someone, tell them, say it, is what it makes me want to say. Because then we have Leo, I will. And that's almost like that determination energy as well, because it's fixated fire. And then we have 10th house, the world. So this almost makes me feel like the energy of changing. If you were someone, or maybe you were dealing with someone or connected to someone in any capacity, maybe they were afraid to, express love or show love, or, communicate, what it is that they want, or how it is that they, want something, or what is truly valuable to them. But it feels like with this energy here, the Leo, I will, and the 10th house, the world, the world card is an energy of, endings and beginnings, or, completions and new beginnings, starting afresh, closing out a cycle to begin another one. And I'm hearing prideful. So whether this was your pride or someone else's pride, it was almost like that energy was getting in the way of them, being almost grounded in what it is that they know. Like, this could be someone who knows, like, deep down that, they value whatever it is, person, place, or thing, but doesn't want to say it, had trouble, saying it or expressing it or showing it, or didn't know how. But, not to say that it's an excuse, but just imagine, how long could you go without doing that? Like, at least I know, to me, it would feel like kind of like counterproductive. But let's see what's going on. What's the overall energy, spirit, for this new moon in Taurus, for the collective? Too many. What's the overall energy? Can I get less cards, please? And this energy is squaring Pluto in Aquarius. So that's where, Pluto is the planet of transformation and change. Oh, I can't make this shit up. So we have Taurus, I have. And then we have Grand Trine with blessings. Just looking over the board, we don't have any Grand Trines right now. What's at the bottom? Yep, and then we have at the bottom of the deck, lunar eclipse change. So with this Taurus, I have energy. It almost makes me feel like, some of you need to be grateful for, like what you do have. It almost feels like whoever is in this energy, whether it's you or someone you're connected to, they're looking at, what they don't have. But it's almost like, I almost want to say like why? Like what like why would you be so like why would you be focused on what you don't have? Um and maybe, that's just personal to me because I just look at things like with the perspective of if I don't have it, it's not, meant for me to have. Um in the simplest sense. And if I want it, like I'm gonna, work to get it if it's something that is of value or that means something to me. But I'm grateful just to wake up and, wake up for a new day. That's a new opportunity. Just having breath in your body is, a blessing. Because some people didn't, they didn't wake up today. Um, let's see what else we got. Yeah. The second house, Taurus energy. I love this. It says owning, but of course it deals with value. I'm also getting like the energy of like how can I say this, like neediness, like someone, is focused on what they don't have, but in a way that they feel like they need it or like they're lacking without it. And it's like, but what could hold that much value to make you feel like that? Like the way I see things is like you have everything you need. Bottom of the deck, we have the seventh house, which is partners. It's Libra energy. And then we have the water element with sensing. And whether, the seventh house is just, it's the house of relationships. People could feel like they don't have, like this specific relationship or feel like they don't have, a specific person or, whatever the case may be. But like, it almost makes you want to say, like, do you have you? Like, you can't have nobody if you don't even have you. And with the Grand Cross energy, which, are we still in it? Yeah, there is a fixed Grand Cross energy here between Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and we have Lilith and Scorpio. Those are the fixed signs. So this Grand Cross energy may be activating these feelings, within you or someone you're energetically connected to, but it's something that, needs to be released with the South Node energy here. And South Node is in Virgo right now, and it feels like I'm feeling the magician, like, manipulation, like someone, like almost doing things in a way that's not, I almost want to use the word moral or right or, like integrally to, or this could be something that they've done in the past to get partners or have partnerships or, to align themselves with others. And you don't like, I don't see the need for that. Like, you shouldn't have to manipulate someone into a relationship or into wanting being your friend. If certain people are just not for you, they're not for you. But it doesn't mean, like, it almost feels very forceful. Like you try to force people to care about you, or you may be dealing with someone that is like that, but it's like, why would you even have to do that? Because you feel that you're lacking for whatever reason, that you have to like manipulate others to get what it is that you don't have, to feel like of value. That's crazy. That's real wild. Like, but to each his own, because like I don't know. Like, that just feels like, you know, it's that's what, you know, someone who is not secure in themselves would do. But we're gonna jump into the radiant wise and see, break this down a little bit. What's going on, Spirit, as it pertains to this energy and the collective? As it pertains to this new moon in Taurus, what's going on? I'm hearing overcompensate, like someone could be trying to overcompensate with something. So bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups, which can speak to the past. It can speak to, you know, patterns. It can, you know, speak to like kindred or like soulmate relationships. But what I'm like getting from it is like, they're saying past karma, especially with justice coming out here, with this energy. But it makes me feel like someone could be like looking over the past. It's almost giving me like a reminiscing energy of what they had, and then they feel like it could have been, you know, like, or seeming like a blessing to this person or you, but it almost feels like they took it for granted. So with justice being here, it's almost like the scales are being, you know, balanced out. Because I mean, you really have to think, like, if you had something that you considered a blessing and you took it for granted, it's almost like, can you expect for like you to get it again? Because you did. It's almost like you didn't value it. It's almost like someone looked at something as like an object. Because then we have the Queen of Cups, which is feminine water energy. And then I feel the Eight of Pentacles, Like, this makes me feel like someone could be, justice could be coming to you if you're a feminine energy, or the scales being balanced out, because it almost feels like this is like opposite energy to you, where someone was almost focused on like their own, needs. Because when you look at this, like, their backs are to each other. They were focused on their own individual, almost like happiness and wish fulfillment. Like almost avoiding. And if this isn't, playing out for other people, for them, this is like what happens when you, in a way, like overindulge, wanting to have something for like selfish reasons, and like almost neglect your own emotional well-being. Like, you avoid your feelings, but you want to feel good. You want like everybody else to, like, in a way, make you feel good, or that's your goal, that's your intent with this Eight of Pentacles. But then with the Two of Wands here, it's almost like you're finding yourself, like at a crossroads. Because I'm hearing like, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Yeah. And what you didn't want to acknowledge with the with the Two of Swords and the Four of Pentacles is like, you don't want to like almost realize how selfish you were in a situation, because I'm hearing like mine, like, no, this is mine, like, what? So it kind of hindered you with the Six of Wands from actually maturing, like, or being in a balanced connection, or just within balance emotionally with yourself. It was almost like it blocked you from moving forward, but it also had you with the Six of Wands, with like, because that can be a card of ego, like wanting to be recognized and rewarded and or praised for like almost seeming like the King of Cups, like you didn't have no emotions, but that was, like almost like a way to like protect your inner child, or to like mask your emotional immaturity. Well, let's see what comes out. Because they're saying cover up, cover up. Can I have one for Taurus? I have. Why is this here for the collective? Yeah, see? The Devil. Obsessions. Whether these are addictions or, bad habits, being connected to, bad people, working or trying to work with others or another in a way that was, like toxic. Just very unhealthy energy. Because at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is normally a card of, teamwork and collaboration, but it almost feels like almost like someone that what they had or like they try to like connect or like even latch on to other people or places, um, or things in such a way that, you know, like because they're giving me like what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine too. Like, but making it seem like you were, you know, collaborating with this person, but it was almost like you were almost being like, or you could have even like impulsively jumped into situations. So what you're stuck with now is just like toxic connections to people. Unhealthy alliances. Yeah, because you sabotaged it. You sabotaged. This came out for the Grand Trine blessings with the Five of Swords. You sabotaged it. You sabotaged you actually moving forward and into like this chariot energy by like needing to win at all costs. No matter who you hurt, as long as like you seemingly came out even with this victorious, but it was almost like you were just heavily in your ego. And for some of you, it feels like you were stopped. Like it was like this blessing was like taken from you. And like I said, I felt that magician. So what you ended up creating or manifesting is, you know, the Queen of Pentacles energy. Which is like or creating the illusion of this Queen of Pentacles energy. But that illusion is being broken by the Ace of Swords. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, like, which is an energy of lack of, you know, feeling abandonment. Hmm. Can I get one for the second house? Again, here's that mind energy. So it almost makes me feel like, especially with the Four of Pentacles and the star here, like you knew, because this is Aquarius energy and we've seen that I know energy. Like you, it's almost like whoever is in this energy, like they knew what they were doing. But it's like, yeah, you blocked your own blessing by being like this. And if this star is another person for you, it's almost like they went in another direction. Because here from the 6 to the 7 is that Ace of Swords. Whatever you did, it's like you almost like it's giving me that energy of like you thought that you were going to get away with it. But with the world here, it's like everything comes full circle. It's almost like you either try to escape or run from the truth. And it's almost like with the Page of Swords, it's like giving me like a start over energy. Can I get one for the Devil? Why is the Devil here? Why is the Devil here? Yeah, the Death card. Yeah, and I heard the word demise, like, because death is an energy of, you know, like change, of transformation. But here we have with the 10 of Wands, like, it's giving me that, you know, like that cover of energy, like, whatever you were doing or whatever you seemingly had that was of value to you, it really wasn't, like, it wasn't healthy. And it was actually like a way for you to, like, it almost feels like refuse to change, like a refusal to change. Like, because it's almost like, well, they can't, like, whoever, you know, it's almost like you didn't want people to see you. Like, the real you. Because you could have been, you know, even with the Devil card, you know, focused on, you know, status or, you know, but with this Death card here, Can I get another one for the Devil? Ooh, too many Spirit. Lost cards, please. Can I get one for the Devil? Where are we at? The Devil. Why is the Devil here with death? I can't make this shit up. The same thing. Like, I don't have to change. I can just keep, you know, covering up. But it got too, it became too much for you to like almost keep up. The 10 of Wands is heavy. Bottom of the deck we have King of Wands, masculine fire energy. So if there's a masculine energy that's in this energy, it became too much to uphold. You put too much responsibility or it's like unnecessary pressure on you. Can I get one for this 5 of Swords, please? Yeah, we have Judgment. I mean, yeah. Yeah, so it's almost like now you have to face that truth because we have the 4 of Swords at the bottom. And in between the 4 and the 5 is the Ace. What's up under that? Yeah. As for some of you, it's almost like you wanted to be looked at as like this Emperor energy. But at what cost? Just so others would, like, in a way, like almost like bow down to you, where you're not even, you know, investing emotionally. You have the capacity to, or at least you did. Or wanting people to give to you. So it's almost like you as a masculine energy, whether male or female, doesn't matter. Like, you turned your back on, you know, real solid connections. Can I get one for this Four of Pentacles? The Four of Pentacles. Too many. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, because there was like an energy of almost expectation. Like expecting again. Like wanting to be valued, but only valuing yourself. Can I get another one for this Four of Pentacles? We have a Queen of Wands, yep. So we've seen two true pairs out here, water and fire. Yeah, and it's almost like still expecting people to look at you as like this. Like it's almost like still expecting people to be attracted to you. That is not attractive at all. To be in that type of energy, like you're actually gonna push people away by doing that. Nobody's gonna value somebody who only values themselves. That's crazy thinking. Especially with justice at the bottom. And it almost feels like I'm getting a very cocky energy. Like whether this is a, male or female, but it's their feminine energy, like expecting to still be, looked at as someone who doesn't have to do anything, but still wants to receive. No. Give me one for this Queen of Wands. Yeah. Justice coming out, because it's almost like, and what I just heard was like the buck stops here. Like, no. Spirit is coming in to set the record like straight. And for some of you, if you're in the energy of the masculine, it was almost like you were expecting like a feminine energy to still have like some type of passion or desire or, want for you. But it's almost like now you're going to have to watch them with the Lovers here. It almost feels like this feminine energy made a spiritual decision to like stay away from you. With the Lovers and the Seven of Wands. Give me one for Justice. Why is Justice here? So we got the Nine of Swords, well, the Four of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah. So this is like an energy, especially with the Four of Swords, like someone, this masculine energy, Take it like it's almost like you make your bed, you gotta lay in it. Is what it feels like. Because the Four of Swords is an energy of, you know, like taking a time out. Like we've been seeing that Ace of Swords. This person, like, they knew. And I felt that over here, like they knew what they were doing. But almost in a way, like almost lying to themselves with the King of Swords, because the King of Swords knows, but it's almost like they tried to act like they didn't know. So with the Nine of Swords, it's like, what the fuck did I do? Like, you know what you did. And then we have the Two of Cups. It cost you relationships, whether it's romantic, whatever type, friendships, family shifts. Can I get one more for this Devil energy? Because there's something else here. What's cards, please? The Devil. Yeah, this could, we have the Three of Cups here. Yeah, so just, you know, whatever. Like I said, it could be relationships, it could be, you know, friendships, but it's also almost like this person, like, bit off more than they can chew. Like, it's almost like they needed to have more of something. Because that, you know, could be third party energy, whether it's another person, place, or thing. But it's almost like that's what they thrived off of, like having multiple people or, you know, multiple things. Can I get one more? Why the Three of Cups with the Devil? We have the Knight of Swords. And like I said, it's almost an energy where, like, it's not attractive. Like, it makes people want to, like, separate from you. And that's what I feel like. You could have had, like, people just, you know, almost unexpectedly separating from you. But it's almost like because they realize, like, nobody wants to be tied in that. The Knight of Swords. Yeah. So it's almost like an energy of, like, having people, like, cut their losses with you. And move on. And then you're just, yep, you're still just, you're stuck. Oh my God, look at all of this. 2, 2, 2. The Two of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. And now it's like you don't even know which way to go. Because it almost seems like your intentions were just very selfish. Give me one for this Five of Swords. Another one, please. Hold on. And I'm going to take it. I've never had the cards do this. 2 flipped over in 2 different places. But it's almost, you missed this blessing due to the, like, the illusion of having more, like, it's like almost like false power. Like power that you didn't have. You sabotaged it due to the illusion of being more than you were. When you had an opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles to go from the Ace to the 10. And now it's like, yeah, you're realizing, like, for some of you, this person or you, like, broke their own heart. So it's almost like now they're taking, like, a second look on what it is, you know, that they valued as the Page of Pentacles and with the Hierophant. Like, looking at this opportunity, like, damn, it, like, almost, it blew up in this person's face. Or you, take it how it resonates, but yeah. So let's get the guidance and advice. What, hold on, let's see what this, what is this Grand Trine blessing? The truth. Oh. And I was going to say, because we've seen the Ace of Pentacles, and it's back on the bottom again. And that was the blessing, the gift. What's the guidance and advice, Spirit? We have Cancer, I feel. I get one for this, so I'm going to read it, and then that'll be the reading. Cancer, I feel. What number is it? 16. Which breaks down to a 7, which is that Chariot energy. So we have Cancer, I feel. It says, your feelings are your God. The soul is your temple. Rely upon the wisdom of what you feel right now. It says, individuals born under the sign of Cancer are mysterious and alluring, just like their ruler, the moon. A solitary orb that floats alone in the night sky, yet is still very much in sight. Cancers have a depth of feelings not easily seen, as if in the deepest parts of the ocean, fathoms below the surface, but where there is great power. Cancers are reclusive, and they tend to hide their feelings and have alternating moods. They are emotionally vulnerable and are easily wounded. They can be downright touchy, and when feelings are bruised, Cancers can come across as crabby or harsh. They feel for others deeply and are exceptionally sympathetic, but as they are highly empathic, the emotions of others can exhaust them. Cancers are resilient, endure much, and can overcome just about anything, which seems peculiar because they are so sensitive. Cancer is the sign of the mother, and those ruled by Cancer tend to be overprotective of their offsprings, which means they also like to control and take over. After all, the child is the extension of the mother, who also needs to be protected, so she must remain strong to take care of her young. Cancer is the sign of the imagination. They have a rich fantasy life, so they do well in areas of creative, writing, art, and also music. And with their gut reactions, Cancers can also be very accurate psychics. When the Cancer card presents itself in a reading, you can be assured that emotions are high. You may want to withdraw, or you may be dealing with someone who is withdrawn or depressed at this time. There is a feeling of being connected to the unseen world, and this indicates the world of ghosts and spirits. This card can indicate inherited psychic abilities and even witch blood. There is a typhoon of power behind Cancer's strong feelings. But it could also mean that you're in sync with other people's emotions. You instinctively know what to do at the right time. There is sensitivity and emotional closeness indicated. If your question is about love, it may be a secret or involve bonded souls as with a mother and a child. This card can also mean that family or domestic issues need to be addressed. Excuse me. A mother or maternal figure is also indicated by this card. Women may prominently feel may, Women may figure prominently. Women's issues and how women get along. The sign of Cancer is known for good memory and for the ability to hold on the longest, either positively or negatively. So, although it will be hard to overlook any slights at this time, forgiveness is the best response. Right now, your moods may be changeable just like the moon's phases throughout the month, and you may want to hide and withdraw from hurt and pain. Perhaps this pain is real or imagined, but in this solitude, you will build a greater strength to face whatever it is that holds you back. And the corresponding tarot card is the moon. And that makes me, just feel like this new moon has like someone like really in their feels. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's almost in the feels either about you or you about them. But it's almost like if you were dealing with someone in this energy, like I really don't even feel I feel like you've taken on this Knight of Swords and Chariot energy. But if this is the person that, could have been this way with you, it's almost like what they tried to avoid feeling, they're feeling. Let's see what tarot card we get. And we have the Six of Pentacles, which makes me feel like, yeah. It almost feels like, feeling like almost what they didn't give. Them being, indecisive or overprotective of themselves or always being out for selves, that this person is feeling that with the Six of Pentacles. Like the best way I can say it is like what you were feeling and dealing with this energy, they are now feeling, like now that you've removed yourself. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. Yeah. And it's like this person is being shown what too much pride does, and it makes them a fool and causes people to walk away. But they ran as the Knight of Cups to like avoid this internal conflict or struggle. That's what it feels like. Like it's almost like an energy of like, I want to say like foolish pride. Can I get one more for the Six of Pentacles? The Ten of Cups. And then we have the King of Wands at the bottom. And it's like how, like this is just so weird because it just like, to me, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, you breadcrumbed your 10 of cups in all reality. It could have, like, literally, like, there's no other way to put it. Wanting to be this, like, almost a false emperor. You end up turning your back on a real empress. I got one for this emperor. Yep. This fell on the floor. I'm gonna put it back. The 3 of Cups, clarifying the emperor, or the 3 of Swords. Realizing you were coming from a wounded and hurt place, but also, like, you like cause people to separate. Like, you wanted to be loved, but didn't want to give it in return. Like, nope. Damn. Why the Ace of Cups? But I cannot make this shit up. I cannot make it up. The 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. Because being in that energy, it causes people to retract and then get away from that, what you like, the truth that you were trying to avoid, which was this within this 5 of Swords. Because that's what's between this 5 and the 6, the Ace of Swords. Other people see it and they can't, like, they're not gonna dwell in that chaos. So as always, y'all, I thank you all for tuning in with me. I was not expecting this for a new moon reading. At all. But there we have it. I definitely hope that it resonated for some of you. And if not, it just wasn't your story. I definitely hope that you all, you know, enjoy this new moon. I will be doing the weekly. I don't know if it'll be out tonight or tomorrow, but you guys will see it posted. So, as always, thank you all, and I'll see you on the next one. All right? Later.